Welcome back to Land House. As you can see, my surroundings are a little bit different than usual. The mountains are gone. I am in Mississippi. Actually had to stay, but Emma went with me, and with my brother and sister-in-law, mom and dad, for my grandmother's funeral. It's going to be tomorrow, but I thought that I would just show you a few clips around the area I used to live in. Kind of grew up around this area, and wanted to share just some scenery real quick with you. So let's do that. It's 28 degrees out, but very humid and very windy, so it's cold. Actually, it's colder than it is up in North Carolina right now. But so let's just take a little stroll around and check out some scenery. I apologize for the wind noise. So my grandparents' old house here used to have about 20 to 30 giant pine trees that would line the driveway, went all the way around the house and on the other side back there. But there was a big ice storm years and years ago. I'm gonna say close to 20 years, and destroyed every one of them. This whole place used to be a lot different back then, but it's not too bad. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of flat farmland. My grandfather owned this piece, and between the two houses here, and all the acreage back to the woods back there. Not exactly how, not sure how much it really was, but it was quite a good bit. Up here is the old bridge. They finally condemned it. Apparently you can see down to the water between the cracks in the bridge, but they're gonna have to work on that. Let's check this out and see how bad the bridge is. So they put these mounds of dirt here because a local farmer kept moving the signs and driving his big equipment over the bridge. So let's see here. Yeah, so this water down here is quite nasty, and in the summertime has all kinds of poisonous snakes. Not good. Well, I'm not seeing the holes they were talking about, but apparently this bridge is pretty bad off. Here's a better shot of some of the farmland that he would work on. So my aunt lived in this house over here for several years, and that was my grandfather's tractor shed. My aunt now lives in the main house here. Let's see if you can see that. These pecan trees used to produce a couple $100 worth of pecans every year. It's really good producing trees. But anyway, it's much too cold for me to be sitting out here. I'm gonna go back inside now. Well, we're here in town for the funeral. All the family is having the visitation today. Then we're gonna go out to the graveside and have the service. But family's gonna take Emma and some of the other kids to a daycare at the church just for a little while, so they won't be disturbing the service.
Yeah, you're gonna get some more.
How did you know?
Right here, Piper. You have presents to open.
I'm short.
Open it. Yeah.
Are you gonna go up on the roof tonight?
Thank y'all. That's beautiful. Oh, in the back. That's a 40 for you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that was.
He's like, I don't care.
He just wants this bottle.
He's like, why is this bottle still empty?
Tons of trust.
Let's see what's in this one. Emma, you have a baby doll.
And he's got some other.
I think this is for
He's just chewing on a screwdriver.
You want to see the baby doll?
And you may be right.
There's missing a whistle.
Each one of you guys.
I think so. Do you love it?
Julian's got his.
Baby.
This is the same one well, but they're still going to be much better. They didn't have one.
Julian, you're gonna love this baby.
Try them on.
So I got this. That's the size you told me. So go try them on.
Yeah. Mom, you'll have to borrow this.
We got back to North Carolina late yesterday, had a little Christmas celebration, opened all of our gifts that Mom has purchased. She always goes way overboard, but it was fun. So this morning though, I'm sick, Ashley's sick, Emma's sick. My parents are both sick, sister-in-law is sick, my sister and brother-in-law are sick. There were about 15 people so far that have been throwing up, and well, I'll just let you use your imagination for what all is going on. But I haven't eaten anything today, and it's 11 o'clock, so a little bit weak. But I was able to go to the hardware store, and may not be able to see it, but I bought 3 sheets of siding. So hopefully I'm gonna replace this that's gotten a little bit old over the past 6 months. It's really just ripped in the past week or so. But I'm gonna pull all that down, put a new piece up, and go ahead and get hopefully these 3 last panel pieces up and installed. So that's the plan for today. I'll have to see how far I make it. Well, I was working yesterday on the house wrap, and the longer I worked, the worse I felt. I managed to get all of the wrap on the side of the workshop where it had been falling off, and then moved the 3 sheets of hardy board. And by that point, I was just dragging. So went inside, drank some water, laid on the floor, and fell asleep with Emma, because she's also feeling pretty bad. It just got worse and worse as I went along. Then I had to go to work last night. But I spoke with my mom this morning, and numerous family members are getting sick. A couple of them went to the hospital. Some of them had to go to the emergency room and stay overnight and stuff. So I'm better off than some of the people there. But anyway, just be glad you're not around the house right now. Having a hard time finding the motivation to do stuff today. Not feeling well. And Emma just threw up again. Not feeling too good, are you? Well, I'm taking down the Christmas tree ornaments. I'm gonna set this tree out in the woods here. Luckily we kept the boxes for these, so it'll make it good for storing. You gonna play the piano? Whenever I was building my garden fence, I had a few commenters say, it's really not necessary to have a garden fence. Well, let me see if I can catch them out here. Got 1, 2, 3 across the road, 4, 5, 6, no 7. I count 7 deer total. I think those 2 just saw me. So anyway, yeah, there's definitely a need for a garden fence. Good morning. I'm feeling much better. Thanks for asking. So last night Ashley left work and barely made it home. As you can see, we've got some pretty good sleet and light covering of snow. Like, watch this. Anyway, that thing is anyway, there's sleet on there, and so I'm gonna take her to work this morning because she said she was not gonna drive back out in this. So check the temperature. It's 5 degrees out, rather chilly. Luckily there's no wind. Well, we got back from taking Ashley to work, and it has warmed up to 14 degrees outside, so I'm not doing much work outside today, that's for sure. Emma's still sick. She's taking a nap, and I don't feel too good either. But I am working on one of my New Year's resolutions. About 4 or 5 years ago, Ashley and I decided that we were going to write books. I had gotten a few thousand words in, and she got like 20, 30,000 words in. And then life happened. We got married, we got a house, we have Emma, just a lot of life. So we've both put aside our writing for a long time. Well, I am back at it. So one of my New Year's resolutions is to finish my rough draft of my book. I have about 32,000 words, and the style book that I am writing typically has between 60 and 100,000 words. So I'm going to shoot for around 60,000 for the first rough draft, and then go back in and fill in some of the missing gaps. So if it's between 60 and 70,000 words, I think I'll be happy. I'm not going to tell you anything about the book until I get the rough draft done, and then I may start giving you more information. But so the plan is to have the rough draft done this year. So I'm going to try and write between 1,000 and 2,000 words a week, and that way, midway through the year, I should have the rough draft done. My other New Year's resolution is to bench press 315, which this sickness is going to set me back pretty good. But what can you do? And then I'd like to, sorry, I'm tired too. I'd like to do more YouTube stuff and find various ways to make a little bit more money so I can support the family a little better. But anyway, those are my New Year's resolutions. So if you've got some good New Year's resolutions, write those in the comments down below. Good morning. It is about 25 out now. Got down to 0 degrees last night. That's really cold. When it was 0, I checked my Lacrosse Technologies thermometer that was given to me last year, and it was still 43 in the crawl space. So I don't think we're gonna have to worry about freezing down there. But I had an idea. I have got one of those little push button thermometers. I guess it's laser based. But what if I were to go around in the house and aim at the floor and take various temperatures to see if I can find a difference in where the holes are down in the crawl space. If you remember from a couple of vlogs ago, I crawled under the space and got some insulation and stuffed up in there, and it helped out a lot. We can already tell a difference, but there's that big crack that runs the full length of the house that needs to be fixed up. So anyway, I just thought that might be a fun thing for us to try out. Well, Ashley is off today and tomorrow, so I'm going to go to the trash dump, and also Emma has outgrown this old bassinet, and it's been kind of just taking up space for a while now in the house as neighbors. And so I'm going to take that to a resale shop and just give it to them. And I'm going to go to the gym. My workout rival buddy, Matt from Off the Ranch, he posted a New Year's picture of him working out, and he is surpassing me in the fitness goals. So I need to step it up a bit, and because we're about the same age, about 32, and if he can do it, I can do it, right? Let's see, what else? I'm gonna go by Mom's house today and pick up the wagon that Emma got for Christmas, and also my brother-in-law was able to get some storage compartments from his work in an auction. So I'm going to pick that up as well, and I think maybe I will give you a Christmas gift haul in this video. Apparently it's a thing. So anyway, let's go to town. Just finished up at the gym. Kind of a slow day since I, whoa. Gym was kind of a slow day, but that was to be expected. So, inside of this box is the shelving unit that my brother-in-law got for me. We'll have to open it up later so you can see it a bit closer. Ooh, I hate that sound. But it's got these really nice metal shelves, and there are glass dividers in there. I mean, perfect for screws and other small hardware. So that will be a great addition to the workshop. And also, my brother-in-law's mom and dad had a whole house vacuum cleaner, and they didn't want it to have it anymore, and so he picked it up for me. It's a good deal. Check this out. I'll be getting that for the workshop too. So it's got an in and out that's a PVC attachment, and then has the dump bin on the bottom with really nice brackets here to hang it up on the wall. And it's just got a power cord, and I'll probably just do an on-off switch to do all that. But I think he said it's got some wiring up here that you're supposed to make whenever you make a full circuit. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask him about it. But basically it's a big shop vac. But that's going to be really great for dust collection and sweeping up in the workshop. And lastly here, Emma got a really nice red wagon. So this summer I'll be hauling her around in this. I'm sure she'll enjoy it. There are times in a hatchback driver's life that you could really benefit from a truck, like loading up some big heavy building materials, but there are other times when it's really nice to have a hatchback. Like being able to put a vacuum, a wagon, and a big storage box in your back seat. I don't know, it's just really nice. Well, let's go home. Are you suffering with back pain from heavy groceries? You need the Radio Flyer. This lightweight wagon will help you carry all your groceries with minimal back pain. It makes your life so much better. Man, the workshop is a disaster after that rolling library ladder build. I need to get these tools cleaned up, but I wanted to show you my Christmas gift haul. You already saw what my brother-in-law gave me. He also got these from work. It's an adjustable hanger system. I need to put a couple of holes in here, and then this will be hung on the wall. I was thinking something like extension cords or something that could be hung on that. And Mom got me these drill bits, which is really cool, because I was using a lot of them here on some metal and tore them up. So I asked for a new set. Also, this is one of the main gifts that I had asked for, and it's the Random Orbit Sander. That's going to come in really nice and handy. So I'll probably test this out for a few days and then give it a little review or a first look. I also want to do that with my DeWalt router, because I've used that for a while now, and I feel like I can give a little first look on that. And the last thing that I got that I asked for was a fairly inexpensive set of, I always say this wrong, but Forstner bits, I think. They came in all these, yeah, come on out of here. See, that's what they look like. Focus. They're supposed to make a hole in wood without having much tear out. So I'm looking forward to giving that a try here pretty soon. So look forward to maybe some test videos with these things here. So I came out here to the workshop to find my temperature sensor, little handheld gun that you may have seen in older videos. I've got my light duty construction footwear on, and last time I checked it was about 16 degrees, so I'm not going to be out here long. Hopefully I can find that in this disaster of a workshop. We can go back inside. Never did find the temperature gauge last night. I got tired and went to bed and got a headache in the night. It's been a weird week for me. Just feeling better, getting sick, feeling better, getting sick. But anyway, so I still got the cold and got the headache. But I actually went to town for a few minutes and got some groceries. And while she was there, I managed to get one more panel up here for the back side here. So 2 more, and that'll get all of that done. And then I have to start doing the top, which I should be able to get 3 sections per panel. So I need, let's see, 1 and then 2, 3. So maybe 3 panels for the top. I've already got these 2, and maybe a couple more for the back. So anyway, I'm getting so close to getting the siding done here on the building. And once I finally get that done, we'll start moving to the inside to get more fun projects, more videos done. But anyway, since I couldn't find that thermometer last night, I thought I better start cleaning up. So I'm just going to take a few minutes to break down boxes from this corner over here, put the ram pump packaging bubble wrap into bags and boxes, and start working on this a little bit. Well, even though it's midday and there's still lots of stuff I could do, I'm gonna go back inside where it's warm. But before that, I wanted to mention that as I've been outside working, I was hearing some very peculiar pops, like pow. And I think I know what it is. It's been below freezing now for about 4 or 5 days, and there are some amazing ice sculptures coming off the flume. Look at that. Bam. And the whole end of the flume over here is frozen. Actually, I think the whole flume itself is frozen. Look, incredible. So I guess when it backed up over here, it just continued on up the whole way of the flume. So that's a bit of an issue. I'm guessing there's a leaf bundle over here that got this thing stopped up. Huh. Yeah, there was, but that's really fascinating. Wow. Look at it, it's coming off that stick, but it's not attached. Well, we know that the flume can support lots of weight because I guarantee that ice is heavy. Ugh. Whoa. It's really coming off of that. Wow. There's a 1/2 inch of ice coating that check valve right there. The creek has actually frozen over also. As you can see here, it's just tumbling down frozen. So the water has managed to find its way out right here, tumbling out from under that ice. Wonder if that means this is hollow. Yep. We'll break it here in just a bit. You can see it, water traveling down in there. Cool. That's a nice slippery spot. That bucket is frozen solid. And it just goes on from there. That's fun. Thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. I do apologize that it was a roller coaster ride of sick and not sick, but hopefully next week I'll be feeling a lot better. I bet if I got out of this 20-degree weather, I would improve some. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.